I used to think learning to be alone meant getting comfortable without other people around, but I don't think that's what it's really about. I think it's about getting to know the version of yourself that nobody else gets to see. I didn't realize how uncomfortable sitting alone in silence made me feel. Every spare second that I had in between tasks or just alone, I would always have music playing. I would be scrolling on my phone or checking messages or watching YouTube. Although it felt like I was relaxing, I had a couple of weekends where I was just at home alone in my room, had no plans, and I spent the entire weekend on my phone and my laptop. And it came Monday and I was exhausted. I was so confused. I did nothing all weekend, supposedly nothing, but I was exhausted. My brain was fried. Growing up, I had a lot of identity issues. I was constantly overthinking how I looked, how I was acting, and my attention was always outward. I was constantly thinking about what other people thought of me, what was happening around me, and I didn't spend the time or energy to focus inward and build a relationship with myself. And that had a huge effect on me mentally in ways I didn't understand and I'm still trying to figure out. I got really good at thinking about and understanding what everyone else thought of me, but I never stopped to ask what I thought of myself. A lot of my interests and personality were modeled off of what I thought I needed to be or what other people were. I didn't put much energy into figuring out what kind of music I actually liked, what films moved me, what clothes I wore because I actually liked them, what opinions were mine, what my values were, which hobbies I was genuinely curious about rather than doing the ones that everyone else was or that I thought made me look a certain way. To really figure these things out, I've come to realize that I need to spend more time alone and sit with my thoughts, unstimulated, to clear my mind and understand myself more. Recently, I've started building some habits that have really helped me clear my mind and understand myself better. Things like walking without music, getting out in nature. It's so simple, but it can have a huge impact on your day and your week. Just going for a daily walk. Journaling without the intention of anyone else reading it. Taking myself on solo dates, going to the park, a cafe or a restaurant, not using my phone, not listening to music, taking in my surroundings. It really slows down my day. It makes me feel a lot more grounded and present. I'm also guilty of people watching, so I'll just be sitting there enjoying my coffee or my meal. I just love that it resets my pace, it slows down my day, and it makes me feel a lot more present. I try to do that once a week or once every couple of weeks. Reading is something I'm still working on. I really struggle to focus on books and follow a story, but I have started doing it more, and it really helps me slow down when I get into the flow of it, especially before bed. It makes me tired and it helps me sleep better, so that's a huge one as well. And just doing nothing, thinking, laying down or just sitting in a chair, maybe drinking a tea or a coffee, no phone around, no music. Believe me when I tell you, your mind will feel a lot clearer. You'll have your best ideas and you'll find clarity on a lot of things when you're sitting alone with no stimulation. Once you build a habit, you really start to appreciate those moments and cherish them as you feel so much better afterwards. I still struggle with this every day though. I often pick up my phone whilst working to scroll. I avoid boredom, I listen to music. I still compare myself to other people a lot. Weekends still feel really strange when I'm not seeing other people and getting out and about. Which, don't get me wrong, it's so important to have strong connections with family and friends and to see them as much as you can. It's not about being alone versus being with people. It's being alone versus being distracted. I don't actually think we've forgotten how to be alone. We've more so forgotten how to sit with ourselves. Maybe learning to be alone isn't about becoming someone who doesn't need people, because we all need people. It's about becoming someone who doesn't lose themselves every time they're around them. And I'm still learning how to do that.